12 warning signs someone is emotionally unstable. There are times in our lives when our emotions seem to dictate the course. One day, we may find ourselves soaring high, while the next, we might be grappling with a sense of despair. We experience laughter, tears, frustration, and exhilaration, all integral facets of the human journey. However, for certain individuals, these emotional oscillations are more pronounced and frequent. For example, they could experience an intense rush of joy upon receiving good news, only to transition into sadness or irritation within a matter of hours, or sometimes even minutes, without a discernible trigger. In this video, we will explore 12 telltale signs that someone may be struggling with emotional instability. Recognizing these indicators serves as the initial step towards comprehending and demonstrating empathy for those who grapple with such emotional fluctuations. 1. Extreme mood swings. Every individual experiences a spectrum of emotions, yet someone grappling with emotional instability may manifest more pronounced mood swings. In one moment, they might be soaring with joy, and shortly thereafter, they could plummet into a state of despair or anger. Navigating their emotional fluctuations can feel akin to walking on fragile ground because their moods shift with rapidity and unpredictability. Importantly, these mood swings don't necessarily correlate with specific events or triggers. While the majority of us might understandably feel glum after a trying day or euphoric following good news, individuals dealing with emotional instability might experience highs and lows that seem to surface seemingly out of the blue. Engaging with them can leave you feeling bewildered. Just when you've acclimated to their cheerful disposition, you suddenly find yourself adapting to their frustration or despondency. Understanding them becomes a formidable task due to the capricious nature of their emotional responses. It's worth noting that while mood swings can signify emotional instability, they could also be indicative of other underlying issues or disorders. 2. Impulsive behaviors. Individuals with emotional instability often act without considering the consequences, displaying impulsiveness in a variety of ways. This impulsivity can manifest in spontaneous expenditures beyond their means, sudden determinations concerning relationships or employment, where their actions appear to be impelled by their current emotional state rather than logical deliberation. The repercussions of this impulsiveness can lead to upheaval in various aspects of their lives, including financial difficulties, strained relationships, or career-related challenges stemming from their impetuous choices. They may subsequently harbor regrets about these decisions but find themselves caught in a cycle of repetition shortly thereafter. Their unpredictability can evoke a mix of fascination and exhaustion. While their spontaneity may appear refreshing on one hand, it can also introduce unwarranted complexities on the other. Interacting with such individuals necessitates a significant amount of patience, as their impulsive behavior is not necessarily a deliberate choice, and they may find themselves equally overwhelmed by the aftermath of their actions as those around them. 3. Difficulty in maintaining relationships. Individuals grappling with emotional instability may encounter difficulty in maintaining stable and healthy relationships. Their interactions often brim with intensity, characterized by a profusion of passion and emotion, yet also punctuated by conflicts and misapprehensions. What may initially commence as whirlwind romances can swiftly evolve into tumultuous affairs. Friends, family members, or romantic partners in relationships with such individuals might perceive themselves as embarking on an emotional roller coaster. The highs can be exhilarating, but the lows can be profoundly distressing, ultimately causing strain on even the most patient and empathetic individuals. Misunderstandings may arise frequently. Matters that appear trivial or inconsequential to others can evoke profound distress in someone with emotional instability, consequently leading to conflicts. 4. Overreaction to situations. What may appear as insignificant incidents to others can be magnified by an emotionally unstable individual. A casual remark might be interpreted as a serious offense, and a minor setback could be seen as a catastrophic event. Often, their responses do not align with the actual gravity of the circumstances. This over-the-top reaction can present a perplexing challenge for those in their vicinity. While everyone else may view the situation in a certain manner, the emotionally unstable person sees it through an amplified lens. Their heightened reaction, although challenging for others to empathize with, may genuinely reflect their emotional experience. 5. Struggle with self-identity. Individuals grappling with emotional instability often face challenges in establishing a stable self-concept. One day, they might exhibit fervent enthusiasm for a particular hobby, only to completely lose interest the next. Their self-perception is marked by fluidity, making it arduous for them to maintain a consistent sense of identity. This relentless quest for self-identity can be draining. They may hop from one job to another, one relationship to the next, or one hobby to another, in the hope of discovering something that truly resonates with them. Nevertheless, these resonances may prove ephemeral, prompting them to resume the quest for identity once more. For those in their proximity, this continual fluctuation can be bewildering. One day, you believe you have a solid grasp of their identity, and the next, they manifest as an entirely distinct individual. The extent of these transformations can be so pronounced that it feels like interacting with multiple personalities. It's essential to recognize that their pursuit of identity emanates from genuine confusion, devoid of manipulative intent. They aren't endeavoring to be obstinate, they are sincerely striving to unravel the enigma of their own identity. 6. Avoidance of responsibilities. Avoiding responsibility isn't merely a sporadic bout of procrastination, it forms a consistent pattern. Tasks, duties, or commitments tend to be persistently sidestepped or delayed. The core of this avoidance can be traced to emotions like fear, anxiety, or a pervasive sense of inadequacy. This may manifest as unpaid bills, unfinished assignments, or unkept promises, with the consequences of these actions often compounding into further complications. While observers might interpret this behavior as laziness or apathy, it frequently originates from deeper-seated issues. It's not always a matter of unwillingness, at times, it is an expression of feeling entirely incapacitated. 7. A tendency to isolate. There are instances when they withdraw from everyone and everything, and these instances transcend a mere desire for personal time. Rather, they reflect a yearning to escape from the world and the perceived pressures it imposes. Isolation can serve as a coping mechanism, offering a temporary respite from the tumult of their emotions and affording them a chance to recuperate. However, prolonged isolation can engender feelings of loneliness and exacerbate their emotional well-being. For friends and family, witnessing their loved one's detachment can be disconcerting. The instinctive response might be to draw them back into the fold, yet there are times when they simply require that space to catch their breath. Supporting them doesn't always necessitate physical presence, at times, it's about assuring them that, when they're prepared, there's someone they can turn to. 8. Difficulty trusting others. They are not quick to bestow their trust, as they tend to harbor persistent doubts about the intentions of those in their midst. Each action is subjected to scrutiny, every word meticulously analyzed, and often, they discern threats even in the absence of any. This heightened level of mistrust can prove draining both for them and for those they engage with. Their friendships and relationships are subjected to rigorous testing, and misunderstandings frequently surface. They maintain a perpetual defensive stance, remaining vigilant to safeguard themselves from perceived betrayals. However, it's important to recognize that this behavior doesn't always emanate from mere paranoia. It may find its roots in past traumas or experiences that have cultivated in them an amplified sense of caution. They may have been hurt previously and are determined not to allow a repeat of such pain. 9. Overwhelming fear of abandonment. A pervasive apprehension engulfs them at the very idea of being left alone. This extends beyond a simple preference for company, it penetrates deep, manifesting as an intense fear of abandonment by the people they hold dear, be it friends, family, or partners. You might observe signs of clinginess and heightened anxiety with even the slightest hint of separation. A missed call or a delay in text response can trigger a cascade of worry, prompting them to persistently seek reassurance of your continued presence. It's important to acknowledge that this conduct doesn't stem from a desire to manipulate your life or actions. Instead, it reflects their genuine struggle with the prospect of losing someone they deeply care about. It's a profound vulnerability that they grapple with on a daily basis. 10. Feeling emotionally empty. Amidst the tumultuous landscape of their emotions, there arise episodes of profound emptiness. It's akin to an unfillable void, a pervasive hollowness that envelopes them. During these periods, they might exhibit an air of remoteness or unresponsiveness. It's not that they lack the desire to experience emotions, rather, they find themselves incapable of doing so. The sense of emptiness can become overwhelmingly intense, leaving them feeling adrift and disconnected from the world that surrounds them. Supporting them during these moments can pose a challenge. While the instinct may be to coax them out of their solitude, the approach must be approached with care. Offering a receptive ear or simply being present can extend a degree of comfort during these trying times. 11. Overdependence on external validation. Compliments, affirmations, and positive feedback hold a significant place in their heart. A modest compliment has the power to elevate their spirits, whereas even a casual criticism can inflict profound emotional wounds. Their self-esteem is frequently contingent upon the opinions of others. They might go to extensive lengths to satisfy people in the hope of garnering their approval. However, their dependence on external validation renders their self-worth constantly precarious. You may observe them subtly seeking compliments or becoming distressed when they perceive a lack of acknowledgement. 12. Inconsistent self-image. One day, they experience soaring self-assurance, only to find themselves engulfed in doubt about every choice they've ever made the next day. Their self-concept remains in perpetual flux, making it arduous to establish a firm foothold. They may oscillate between phases of unwavering confidence and paralyzing self-questioning. Grasping a consistent understanding of themselves becomes an immense endeavor. With their self-perception in a constant state of flux, making decisions or adhering to them becomes a challenging task. Consequently, they may often alter their decisions or entertain doubts about their choices. It's crucial to realize that this isn't rooted in indecisiveness or capriciousness. Rather, they genuinely grapple with comprehending their identity and desires. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.